Hey everybody, Asher here, and welcome back to Elin. We are picking up exactly where we left off here, to the point of imagine sleeping 8 hours at night. In the last episode, Ashlyn got drunk and attacked and killed everybody. So welcome to the game. Things that I've never had happen before. Once again, this is in the tutorial area still, before we've even left the area and finding new ways to die. So I do have some old tickets. We are going to play with that a little bit later today, including something that is a little gamier exploity. But come on, that's part of the fun of a game like this, where you just want to min-max to our heart's content. But we do have another little shiny quest here. What in the world would that be? Come here for a moment. I'm scared because I was thinking, oh, you know what? We have our nice little checklist to do here. So he wants me to go ahead and make a hoe and a shovel. That's fine, because I don't actually have the stuff to make it here. If we look at the stuff that we can make here, we can make a carpenter's table. Apparently, we don't have enough granite stone. We could make a carpenter's table, so let's go ahead and do that. Because one of the things that I need to do, I need to start getting my food online and kind of working together. I need to get a house built. Those are all going to happen, and that honestly won't take too... Ooh, am I... It looks like I'm mining her, but I'm not. I'm mining the rock. She was just waving back and forth. Okay, and look, there's our first amount of money. We got 88 orens. For every 100 orens, we get a gold bar, at least for now. And yeah, we woke up at the pre-dawn hours. We have a little puppy that's running around, but it's not the puppy that we have to rescue. We have our first trash bag of burnable garbage. That's annoying. But, I mean, already we have people here that are making trash. It's probably our dear frontier inspector. Alright, so eventually it's going to be daylight. So carpenter's table, more complicated crafting benches give us more complicated crafting options. A cane is going to be something that we want to build here early. A wooden weapon we could build just to kind of get our stuff together, but one thing is that we are a mage, so we do have some spells at our disposal. A bucket is just a basic helmet, and we can go ahead and craft some of the stuff. At least to have some of the stuff available if we want to go through and say, let's go into a dungeon without having to worry about gear. I will say that a boomerang is actually a very valuable thing to craft. I'm going to craft 2 of those. I just need to make more string. But yeah, some of the other stuff that we need for actually making, like the hoe and the shovel, we cannot do here yet. We need to go into another area, into another, not another castle, but into another zone that I didn't actually poke my head at before. So let's focus on the task at hand. We're going to get some string. We're going to focus on clearing out the land. We're going to try our best to not do this by hand and take extra time and effort. And we are going to save all these little hearts that enemies drop. Note that it's not like hearts like Zelda where they restore your life. It's literal like body part. So that slime literally dropped a human looking fleshy heart. What a game. And we're gonna need bones because we're gonna need to build nails, and we can do a little bit of hammer alchemy, which is the way this game is like, you know, sometimes you can take unexpected things and turn it into other materials. It's not the most efficient thing if we set up a mushroom farm, but it is going to be a good way to get unlimited sources of corpses from nails eventually when we get there, so that we can make more baits so that we can fish. But I do need to go ahead. We're at one stamina right now. Can I make my fishing rod? I can't go fishing yet, but I can at least... I already made a fishing rod. Did I make a fishing rod or did I die? Well, it's not a big deal if I don't make another one. But I really thought I did. Sort one more time. Thank you for bearing with me, by the way. Sometimes I do try to stare at stuff and I just miss a key detail. It doesn't have a little tag next to it, so it looks like I did build it at some point. It's possible that I dropped it when I died. Screw it, we're making a second fishing rod. It's probably going to appear right next to the first fishing rod. Yep, there it is. I love it. I love this stuff because there's the little floating text bubble that made me miss that I already have one. It's fine. You know, we can't actually lockpick that yet. So you know what? This fishing rod, we can just... No, you know what? We can probably actually give it to her. Perhaps. Perhaps not. Alright. Like if I try to grab this. So we can't actually gift the fishing rod. Cute. So I guess we are actually selling it. Alright, look at me being a pro gamer at this game and messing up basic knowledge, but it's fine. I hope you all understand that I'm not trying to be too stressful about any of the stuff that's going on here. Ultimately, it's a game, and games are supposed to be fun, and sometimes you make mistakes like not being able to see a tiny fishing rod in a square. So that's just how it's going to be right now. So I can read these tomes, or I can identify these tomes. We'll get an ability here in just a little bit to do this. But how am I doing on stuff here? We have one grass door that we can build, although it'll probably kill us. Grass wall, that doesn't take stamina to build. I don't need a huge house. So let's go ahead and craft that many. Like I said, we're just going to make ourselves a little shack over here. It's going to look a lot like the one I had in the quick look video, where we just have a few basic like walls and shit. And then eventually, ooh, I don't know why the screen flashed like that. It's going to be really funny if I'm one wall short, but I don't expect to be. Okay, this is the kind of trick issue I was talking about here. One of the big questions I had early is why the hell is this not changing? You can right-click to rotate the block, and there you go. But it defaults for some reason by having a gap there. I don't understand, but it's okay. So let's grab the door, place the door. We have a house. Let's grab the bed. Let's paste the bed, and now we'll have even more stamina. And let's see if Ashland's drunk ass is going to kill us. Looks like the house is fine. You don't have to worry about staying in the open and exposed. Now, let me explain a little bit about houses. That's fine. We've got a bunch of boxes of stuff. Okay, signboard workshop. That's what we need if we're going to have start people farming the land. We have a training dummy, which is actually pretty nice for raising weapon skills. Did I not grab that? We'll just place it there for the time being. A room plate. I'm just going to store that. Right now we have one room, so we don't need to do that. I'm going to keep the grass walls for now. Lame house plate. I love that it's lame, because the house is pretty lame, but it's still mine. All right, so we're at -4. It's actually sleepy time. And then we really need to get some... Ooh, would help if I actually clicked the right way here. All right, sleep. So that's one quest done. We are going to be going to Puppy Cave, but first thing is that you never want to go to a cave on an empty stomach. Like, see, we're already hungry. So I can craft some baits. You know what? There's going to be plenty of bones available. Let's do 3 of these. Let's do 2 of these. Like, we have other bones we can get off the ground. I need to fish. I need to fish right now. So it's raining. As I showed in the previous thing, fishing is a very non-interactive experience. But fishing is a skill that I currently don't know. So this is one thing about Elin, is that you can do skills that you don't know. You just won't necessarily be as good, obviously, as a character that has more skill. But worse is that you won't level up. So you'll be stuck at your basic skill for a very, very long time. We don't have any baits. Once again, I apologize. There's some construction going on in the background. So that's just, if there's any banging that's going on, it's because the city's trying to fill a hole that they dug a few weeks ago and I guess forgot about. Oh, good. We have a bonfire. It's at 18%. Okay, we cannot make meat on a bone. We get skewer of grilled fish. Technically, it's grilled turtle. Shredder approves. And this too. Oh, apparently we grilled a goby and got kicked out of the menu. That's a little weird. Alright, and then we can... I don't like weed stew, but we're going to make it just because it's it'll give us another ticket. We want more tickets. Alright. So right now I'm hungry. Grilled goby, grilled turtle. Now these different stats that are on here, this food you eat food to raise your stats. That's really the ultimate thing for the game. So because I'm a spellcaster, I want things with magic. So being sweet is very important here. I can give this to you here because I do want her to be a little more strength focused. Right now, this early game food is not really going to move the needle very much, but you do still want to make sure that you kind of watch out for, are you eating the right food? Are you eating good food? Are you eating high quality food? Imagine a relative that cares kind of just screeching at you about your diet. We're still a little peckish. All right, so we made our food. We don't have to worry about taxes. We still have a little bit of stamina left. So you know what? While I'm here, I still need to make the strings for boomerangs. Now, one of the things about boomerangs is that their damage value is a function of their weight. So the heavier the boomerang, the better. And you can use magic to make your boomerangs even heavier. But this is a good early game range weapon. I should have made more strings. It's fine. Surely this won't kill me. It'll only kill me a little bit. Let's go ahead and go to bed. But do have a boomerang. If I keep this in my inventory here, you don't have to equip it. I will just throw it. It uses throwing and tactics, which you can see are two skills that I have as part of combat skills. Tactics is actually pretty good, but this is a weapon that I can use. I'm going to make another one for a little girl here. I don't know where she sleeps. I probably do need to make a few more beds. I'll do that before we go, just to be nice. Of course, we're not going to the puppy cave right away. There's another place we need to go to first. All right, so how many more strings do we want? Let's just make 2 for now. Just keep it simple. We actually don't have enough leaves to make makeshift beds. Leaves are a little bit of an annoying roadblock, but not the end of the world. Just gotta continue clearing out land. Chair and desk. I can actually go ahead and make those now. That is a table and a chair. Because Tinker's table, I still need a bone, any kind of chair, any kind of table. All right, let's go ahead and just craft this now. Sorry, having to run my brain a little bit. Okay, so we have 2 bones, which we need. Chair and table, and it's any kind of chair or table. So any kind of chair, congratulations. Any kind of table, a desk is a table, great. And this is changed from the first time that I played, where they had patched in the recipe to change, where originally you needed a nail to build the Tinker's table, which meant that you had to go to the area I was thinking we would have to go to. Notice how fast this is killing my stamina as well. It's okay, it's just something to keep in mind about having to go to sleep pretty early in life here. So there are certain things that we want to build, need to build. We need a pickaxe. A shovel is also going to be important. Nails going to be pretty important. I could build a lute. A sickle is something that we're going to need. So let's see here. For a pickaxe, we just need a stick and some more string. Sickle, hoe, all that stuff's going to let me start building a farm. And obviously, we have some other stuff that we want to like build and get together. Let's see. Did I already build that second boomerang? I can't recall. It doesn't look like I did. So let's go ahead and craft some more string. I'm going to need some more string anyway. So that puts me all the way down. Cool. And then Boomerang Part 2, Crocodile Dundee style. Was that the one where character just ridiculously throws around a boomerang to get things taken care of? So that was the movie that really set a lot of kids' expectations in the 90s for what Australia is. Also, as much as I'd love to gift somebody a boomerang, I haven't figured out how to hand it to them with that without throwing it at them. But this boomerang is 2d5 plus 3 damage. That's a little better than the wooden staff, and it can be used in range, which is very nice for how we're going to be exploring dungeons in a little bit. There's other armor that I can get, but for now, you know what, let's, we don't have a lot of stamina, so before we go in here, let's go ahead and get some spell charges. Ice Arrow, that's Something we already have. Thick Tome. Fire Touch. Something we did not have. And Runic Tome, Spellbook, and Teleport. Not as excited about that one, but I'm not going to spell it. Because Teleport is one of those spells I've really gotten better at using as a get-out-of-jail card in case bad shit happens. So you can see our stamina is still low. We need to get some more fish together, and we're going to start using some of the mushrooms here to do that. Because I just need... Oh, I'm hungry and exhausted. But yeah, this is kind of the cycle at the beginning of the game. We're starving. We're going to take damage because we haven't eaten in so long. She's very hungry, so you can get some stew. There are places we can go to buy some more stuff. The problem is that we don't have a lot of money yet. And there are ways that we can make money early. One of the best ways is dungeoning. Can you have some mushrooms? Sure, why not? Much, much, much. Yummy. I have said no to her before, and she just gets very sad at you for not giving her mushrooms. But, I mean, one whole mushroom to a fairy is like a feast. See, there's sheep running around. It's all... I'm waiting to see if we're going to get drunk person to drunk punch us again. We actually don't have to be doing as much like farming, gathering right here. We could start going out into the world, and that may be a better idea. Because I'm not seeing as many bones or stones or anything like that for some of the stuff I need to build. Although we do need some sticks. So you run some of these branches through the sawmill to get sticks. I don't care about grass branches. But let's go ahead. While we're here, I can make 4 baits. And 2 more baits. These red mushrooms, they're fresh. They're actually good food in their own right. And these white mushrooms are hallucinogenic, even though they claim they're not. They definitely are. All right. So let's go fishing again, and I'm not going to be able to really do a lot with the food until tomorrow. But we catch some gobies, which is very exciting. Now, what does that say? Natural healing stops. Okay, well, yeah. And then eventually you die from starvation. So I have 2 boomerangs. Oh, that's fascinating. So I didn't realize the second boomerang that I crafted down here. Does that mean I'm going to be able to throw 2 boomerangs at somebody? I guess we can try and see. The line breaking doesn't actually break our fishing rod, which is nice. All right, apparently I've finished up my baits. Apparently we can throw away some swim trunks that we got, and a can. Not the most productive fishing day, so it probably is better if we actually go foraging in just a little bit. Let's go ahead and make some gobies. Let's go ahead. I hate being like, make a tadpole. How much nutritional value does weed stew have? Not very much. Well, let's craft this anyway. And you can see we're dying here just because we're crafting. We're going to use this a little bit later because it doesn't really like penalize you very much. Oh, fish remnants. Don't want to feed somebody that. Your companion will get mad at you for trying to feed them burnt stuff. So let's eat the goby. Let's eat the second goby. And I guess we'll go foraging for mushrooms for real before we go out into the dungeon. But we still gotta, okay, lights hell. I'm gonna kick you out of bed. Can't eat more. Why are you eating all the stuff? Alright. Sea pants, only worth 11. They're worth as much as an empty can. Who knew? Alright. So one of the great things about this game is that, as I said before, pretty much everything's renewable. So right here at the Tinkerer's table, we do need to build a pickaxe before we go mining anywhere, and I can do that. It actually is pleasant and has healing properties, apparently, because it's a fur. I'm using fur sticks, so that's cute. I think really the pickaxe is the big one. So I was wondering if I should go into the side area here. But I think I'm going to go ahead and dive into Puppy Cave. Why not? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It kills us and then it kicks us back out here. I mean, the alternative is we go into one of these forests and try to grab some mushrooms. Like, see, let's go ahead and do that. And I do actually need to pick up some stone and some bones. We have a dodo. Not very exciting. This one actually is not as hard as the stone that I have right there. Hardness, very important for how strong your tool is, what you can actually dig through. So we're going to leave that there. And look, we have a crab. Crabs actually don't take as much damage, but I am actually doing a little bit of work to it here, but we can also just cast a spell, set on fire. And apparently I just right-clicked back to auto, so that's cute. Alright, well that's dead crab. We're going to be getting a lot more deadsies here in a little bit. Alright, did not mean to do that, so collect a berry. Collecting a berry bush now, whoops. Let's actually go into this forest. Well, no, let's fight a public performer. Not used to seeing them as formidable. Well, goblin is formidable. I think I angered the duck, so see if this kills me real fast. My mana is going in a hurry. Alright, I also have bandages. Probably should put that on my hotbar. Seems like the right thing to do. Nope, died anyway. Who killed me? Was it a duck? Something shoots and kills you. Okay, so that was a public performer that killed me. It's fine. Once again, there's no death penalty for doing this. Let's go ahead and just get some mushrooms out here. Alright. And once again, I'm exhausted because I died. It's a good thing I didn't make a hardcore character, isn't it? Alright. Let's just sleep. He's sleeping on the ground, right where he deserves to be. You know what? Before we go into the dungeon, my friend, I need you to wake your ass up. Well, if he's not going to wake up just yet, then... Because what I should do is actually take him with me, too. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of weeding, see if we can get a little bit of material here. And see, I got a skill up for gathering. It's a little hard to see with all the quest crawl up there, but it is there. So I can grab some blueberries. We'll keep those there for now because that is natural food. You're starving, so we definitely want to give you some blueberries to eat. And blueberries actually do give some charisma and magic, so they're good to have. Unfortunately, our fertility is not so tanked that they're not growing and everything's withering and dying now. In fact, I'm pretty sure I can craft a roasted fruit if I wanted to. I'm not going to do all the roasted fruit in the world, but... Okay. Did Lazyface wake up yet? Yes. Okay. Alright. Join me. We're crowded. Crowded is a penalty that you get because we don't have we have too many companions in the party, but honestly, it's not that big of a penalty. So now that we have these two, we have some food to spare, we have some other places around. Let's go to Puppy Cave. Because, as you can see, gear is just everywhere. Exploring a cave already, you're a real adventurer, but look at all the gear we don't have. We do have some party members that are definitely going to help us, and also pretty much it's just the way these caves work in the early game is just dive as much as you can. If something is going to kill you, I guess it's just going to kill you, but like this archer might kill me. It's actually a pretty close call here, so just a little bandage. Wow, got very southern there for a second. All right. And once again, one thing we can do, I did say I was going to do this. Let's go ahead and host Dottie. So that's kind of like a second health bar. And she's going to throw boomerangs, and I'm going to throw boomerangs. And I probably shouldn't be autoing combat with this many people around, but here we are. All right. So what I said before is that a scroll of teleport is a kind of great get out of jail card. I don't have the scroll of teleport right now, but I should have the spell. Teleport. Well, that's a problem. We don't have enough mana to use it. Alright, I guess I'm dead. It's cool. We do have 7 mana. This cost a little less. Alright, so the yeek punches you and kills you. It's fine. That's what I was saying, is that don't get too stressed if everything keeps killing you. Just go back in, do it again. There is a better way to do that than just crowding around and saying, let me right-click auto. And we're going to try to play a little bit smarter this time. Because what I'd love to do is to get the puppy cave out there, be able to get close to that 100 stuff available here. Short stone bow. Let's take a look at what stuff you have available. Like, you have a wooden staff and everything. If we give this to you, it does give him a ranged option, which is nice. But more importantly, he doesn't need to use the ammo. And then otherwise, we just get some sellable junk from here. So let's go ahead and drop that in the bin. All right. And you know what? I am going to pivot real quick. We're not going to go straight back up into Puppy Cave. We're going to... we have some more people to recruit, but we don't have gold bars to really do it with yet. There's nobody here that I really want. Like I said, farming is nice, but it's not required. It just literally increases your fertility. So we're going to go pivot, and we're going to go over to the Tinkerer's Cave. Not Tinkerer's Cave, but Tinkerer's Camp. Oh, look, I have a little corpse. Cute. And over here, they're selling all kinds of things. There's a cat caravan leader. One thing that I really want from this place is the trainer, because the trainer, they look different every time. If you train, you can get all kinds of skills. Some of them are pretty important. We don't have a lot of platinum coins yet. We will get that pretty soon. Appraising is a skill that I want, but we're just going to check up here. If I view the quest board, so we can try to do this one. He wants a boiled egg. He wants monsters around his home to be unalived. So I still have little girl maybe on top of my head. Can check that in a second. For now though, bats are annoying. Yeah, so she's still there. Get back over here. All right. Hello, bat. The bat has a heart. Goblin has a heart, hopefully. Alright. And a dodo apparently killed me! Alright, welcome back to the early game. Knew the job was too much for you. How disappointing. I've never actually died to a quest like that. Did you just do something bad? Yep, my karma fell below 0. You become a criminal and everybody hates me. So, if I look at my karma here, I did lose some karma. I'm not like all the way down, but... that's irritating. Once again, of course, it's like I'm recording, and of course I mess stuff up now while I'm recording. But it's fine. You know what? While we're here, I do have some tickets. I have 19 tickets available. Let's go ahead and use the fortune drum here. There's lots of things that I can get from using this. And each time I use this, it takes up a stamina and will kill me. And we can crawl up at the Tinkerer's Camp. And we can actually go ahead and pick up these balls. And what we're going to do here is just gamble to death. Keep gambling to death. Always be gambling. Wow, my tinnitus is actually having a really bad time with this. Pick up all these again. These are little balls that technically, they don't do anything. Technically, they disappear when you lose, or when you finish this up. So we're going to put our little gravestones over here. We're not trying to pollute the town. We're just trying to take advantage of game systems. And if I look over here as well, you can see I'm getting some platinum coins. I actually got a radio, which requires electricity, but still, it's cute. Let's roll the drum again. 11 tickets. And once again, those balls are there. And what we're going to do with those is that we're going to sell them. The first time I did this to myself, it was completely on accident, but we're going to really, since I'm already dying anyway, there's no reason not to abuse the lack of death penalty here, just because I'm trying to get some coins. I was hoping to get lucky and get like 50 coins, but unfortunately it doesn't look like I did get one of the super lucky prizes. But it's fine. We'll actually take a nap here in just a second. I do have 7 though. So of all of these, weightlifting is actually very important. Anatomy is very important. Regeneration is a good survival skill, but as you see how fast I die so far, it's not as important as appraising, which will let me identify stuff as I'm just wandering around. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and just take a nap. I could have made myself a sleeping bag, or I could get a hammock from around here, but for now we're just going to fall asleep in the middle of town, because that's part of the fun of the game. All right. And I learned how to make a poster in my sleep. We're going to play a little bit more with that shortly. So let's go back down here to home. Oh boy, now everybody's really just trying to murder me. Okay, for some reason it wouldn't let me ice arrow this guy. Okay, now my spell stock is depleted. Cute. Okay, let's get out of here. Just good old skedaddle. Alright. Go over here. I don't know why we have... There's a few different things that we can do we get here if we want to focus on developing land, exploring the Nefia, want to go various places. All these things mean things. I want to die definitely means she will kill you. But I'm going to do explore the Nefia. That's a very interesting resolution. So that gives us a ring, and that ring is nice because it has 10 physical defense and increases your speed by 3. That's very powerful. If you want to do a town thing, you can say develop your town and get a resident ticket, but it's not too concerning there. Now, the payoff for the dumb shit I did earlier is 14 prize balls. Another prize ball here. We have 2 more tickets. 5 scrubbers, which are junk. 5 tissues, which we don't want to even know. I do have some fruit that I can eat here. We have a heart and a granite stone. You know, we can probably go ahead and put the granite over here and the sticks in here. The tuft of grass and the leaf and the bones. Let's go ahead and craft some baits. These mushrooms are now rotting, so you don't want to eat them. Well, they're stale. So technically they are still edible, but... Oh, we have more baits over here. Oh, no, we don't. We have whatever this is. A towel. Somebody dropped a towel. Don't forget to bring the towel. I'm actually gonna go ahead and not do the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy thing and actually run away with it. Oh my god. I have a computer. I actually want a computer and a radio. I can play Elin in Elin if this computer can run it. It's going to stay in here. It needs 10 megawatts of electricity. We don't have electricity right now. That'll come later. All right, so since we're going to go back into the place again, and once again, I don't have to be going in there naked. If it's frustrating for you all to watch me die, I could get a bucket. It doesn't really do as much for defense. This doesn't do as much for defense. But I could put some stuff on me. But I do think with the 10 physical defense ring, it's going to be a little bit better. So the better play here is just to fish, get a little bit of food, use up my stamina, and call it another day here next time. But yeah, any of those fortune tickets that I use, it gets a little bit more money. And we're going to start needing to hold on to that money a little more because right now we don't have a bunch of stuff here. But look at all that. 14 prize balls. It's just a little bit of a cash injection. We don't drop money yet when we die, so that's nice. But there are places we can go where we can start putting that money to use. I could buy a piggy bank, but I kind of don't want to right now. But it is something to flag and say. Piggy bank is important when you can start losing money because that will allow you to kind of have an emergency fund if you die. Plus, the money in the piggy bank is not counted for tax purposes. I don't necessarily know if that matters, but we do have. Did I actually fish? I catch 2 tadpoles and then I stopped. All right, it's fine. Let's cook. Oh, duh. One thing I keep forgetting is that these, you actually have to pick up your stuff. See, it's part of the fun of just sitting and playing silently to myself versus actually talking it out. All right, so we have all of our stuff here. Let's go ahead and make sure our companion is not starving to the extent that they can sitting on your head. She is starving. Whoops. So this is somewhat stale. We need to eat these first. And I know technically my rule before was to not eat food unless you're hungry, but we are actually running out. Now, did Loytel die as well? Because he should be here if he's anywhere. Oh, he is missing, so he did die. Well, he'll come back eventually. All right, let's take a... I meant to eat that. And then we're just going to take a nap and let's go back into the dungeon. Because what I'd like to do is to gain a level. Of course, now, it's funny because it's like I have little change over the episode dog right around minute 38, 39 coming by this time. It's not because he has to use the bathroom. It's probably because he wants to eat something. Well, you're gonna have to wait a little bit this time because I have a puppy to actually rescue, not a 14-year-old dog that just has very strong opinions about what should be going on here. So we're going to ice arrow the gnome. It didn't do a lot. Ice arrow the crab. That does do a little bit more here. The gnome, they will teleport when they try to steal stuff. They don't always succeed at stealing stuff, though. So here's a snail. All right. Let's actually work on throwing the boomerangs this time instead of letting auto combat work. If you are doing a hardcore game, do not use auto combat unless you absolutely know you're safe, because you're not always safe. So here's an Outtro of the harvest. I'm not actually going to do the harvest. I want to pick a different deity than that, but harvest is a pretty nice one. All the deities are viable. Let me just start with that. But the nice thing about the harvest is if you are planning on just kind of doing we're building a farm and that's it kind of playthrough, harvest is what you want. It increases your stamina. It's all very good, even as far as good things go. So we have a soil block here, and we have more surprises back behind here. Once again, I could be symbioting little girl. I'm not right now. Notice that she's formidable, though. So they call her a little girl. This is a game that's in translation from Japanese, and I can't say for sure if it was like just a one of the AI like ChatGPT translations or what, but it is something where just because someone is called little girl doesn't necessarily mean she's little. So I need to start picking up silk, because once there's going to be lots of things that I can use silk for, especially to make more bandages. Because as you've seen how this playthrough goes, apparently dying is on the menu. Apparently going blind is also on the menu. Blindness, unlike in real life, is just temporary. Okay. But yeah, I was hoping for kind of some gear to just be hanging out down here. But the goal is just to rescue a puppy, because the puppy is going to unlock an item that's going to let us really be able to expand our exploration. Because as you can see right now, one of the things I'm having to compete with is my food just rotting. And if we can get an actual little refrigerator to carry around with us, it would really solve a lot of problems. I'm also trying to keep an eye out for good stone. Right now, I can't really dig into too many of these stalagmites. I always forget what it's called when they're pointed up or pointed down, but yeah. So we have a little bit more of this floor we can explore. Another strategy that you can do, I don't feel like doing it today, but if you want a really power level, you can dig out the entire floor, all of the dirt, and really increase your mining. But before we go, as you can see, we're having a little bit of a problem here. Let's just go ahead and rest. Try to get everybody back on track. Okay, we're good. And suddenly, oh Jesus Christ. This is going to kill us unless I can kill it with an ice arrow right now, because this is going to explode. So I guess the question is, do I run or do I be bold? We're going to be bold. All right, got it. Those things are exactly the kind of monsters that I hate in these kind of games, the ones that will come around a corner and just smack you. Okay, cannot get a mica crystal. That's irritating, but we need some better materials for mining. As you can see, I'm trying to be a little bit more steady with my exploration instead of just running through everything here. And it's okay to be deliberate. There's a time where eventually you do get more powerful and nothing's going to kill you. But we did find the puppy instead. I will take you with me. We rescued a dog. We are crowded again. Why is the puppy? Why is there so much blood? This wreck looks a lot like a person. We have another harvest altar. So that's a thing. And we killed a puppy. We get some spell books. Like I said, I did want appraisal because as we find more spell books, they're pretty much always going to be able to be identified and read. The same with the potions here. This is bone crystal, which we actually can't get. That's annoying. What kind of rock is this? Is that just granite? Yeah, just granite. But like I said, you can see the book, we just identified it. And anytime we get an identification like that, we raise the level. I think I saw somebody fighting down here. That's not great. All right. And you see Puppy's going to try to fight too. I think at this point what's going to be better is if we just try to get Puppy out of here, because you know what we can do? In fact, Puppy, take a seat. Get over here. You are just going to get yourself killed. So suddenly we have a little bit of stability. Let's go ahead and just get Puppy home. I can't dig into too much of the stuff. Sometimes you can luck into some better... Just making sure the gnome didn't steal anything from me. Sometimes you can get some better stuff, depending on how things go. But I've never, in all of the playthroughs I've had of this, I've never actually successfully gotten the puppy home the first try. Usually the puppy dies in some terrible tragedy. So it did wonder, okay, I believe it's safe. I appreciate you finding the little one. Here, I've prepared a reward for you. Poppy, don't go off on your own now. And this little dog, Poppy, can follow us around kind of as a cute little mascot. And now we have the cooler box. Very important item. It does not require electricity. It'll keep your food fresh, which we're going to need here in a minute. So I actually got some silk and some cotton. What else do we got here? What? He's a pet too? Okay, well, there we go. Home equipment. We have 12 gold bars now. Let's go ahead and buy some recipes just for fun. Don't need too much from you. And yeah, he's in our party, so we can't necessarily shop from him just yet. All right, so Puppy is rescued. About the only thing I have left to do here is that I want to go ahead and actually explore another dungeon. So Rod of Bane, these are all, some of these items are really cute and do a lot. Like Hero's a very good buff spell. Think Heroism in Warcraft or something like that. Short Teleport, Holy Light. Some of the stuff, honestly, you don't need. And one of the reasons that you run dungeons like this early is just to go ahead and get some stuff available. Now, I am going to read some books here just to get some spells. You can see that took some mana out of us, but some of this shit I'm just selling. Ice Arrow I actually use a lot, so I'm going to keep that one. Because the more spells you use, the more it'll level up. Chunks of soil, that's not going to do anything. Ultravision's nice, but we're not going to really need that yet. I will keep short teleport. Okay, anything else we can use for baits around here? Not really. Because once again, the fertility's low, so we don't have a lot of mushrooms. But that's, you go to a right forest tile and there's mushrooms all over the place. Also, somebody's dropping off letters for us. Honestly, I don't care. Those letters are just... Well, I mean, I'll read them eventually, but I'm not going to read them here. They can just pile up on the ground. Alright. Oh, see? Here's the problem. I tried to get a mushroom, and it was too shriveled up for use. Which we can get that information really well again here. Our fertility is -5, so it's not as bad as it was, but it's still not great. Let's see if we can just handpick. Nope, too shriveled up for use. Alright, let's do a little bit of fishing just for a little bit of food. And I could have the puppy come with us, or I could leave the puppy here. But it's a very cute puppy. We got another puppy running around. I kind of just want the puppies to be able to run wild and free. Okay. I actually did not catch anything, so let's go ahead and put this here. We're okay on food. Since we do have money, I think the next thing I'm going to do in the next episode is try to, let's see. We trade. It's a treasure hunter and exercises. Fluffy tail, favor of the machine. Ooh, that's actually a very good trait because if the puppy goes around and can actually turn machines on our side, but I think for now I just want to have puppy wait at home. It's you've had a long journey, you've had a long day. We're not going to min-max to make everything work out here. We are going to craft no. We're going to craft some bandages. And bark bandages are okay. Silk bandages, so much better. That's 15 stamina, but surely it won't kill us, right? There we go. And we're going to do one more dungeon. I think we have time just to at least poke our head in. Of course, we have a rat now that's trying to kill our friend Loytel. I had 2 beds here. I either picked up one or accidentally destroyed one. But it's a makeshift bed anyway, so it's easy to replace. Alright. One more dungeon. So hungry. So starving. And dude was previously dreaming about how he just could never not eat enough. So let's go ahead and grab this. Gift. Gift twice. And eat the tadpole. Eat the tadpole again. Apparently, yeah, tadpole's not great for dinner. But yeah, see, we suddenly have some things change. We had these dungeons before, but as time goes on, they will shift around. But this is fine. Actually did kind of want to go into a forest. You can see we get a lot more stuff just for everything that's there. And we have a lot of exploration we can do. I think the first time I played through this, I was a little scared to start going out into the world. Shrine of Strife, this is kind of a silly start. Oh boy. Well, let's go ahead and host our little girl here. And we earned a feat point. Hooray. We don't know what feats are. Well, let me explain it to you right now. You go over here. There's all kinds of different skills that you can get. I'm going to start with Easy Sleeper just because that, actually, yeah. That helps you get more stamina when you sleep. And then the next one's going to be Dream Waker, which lets you learn spells in your sleep. So those are both very important. But we're going to start with this. We're hungry again, which is terrible, but there's lots of stuff we can get. Still throwing. And then our little goblin friend over here. Alright, that's a start. Why do we have 2 Strife Shrines right here? This is actually pretty rough. Okay. And then we have our friend over here, Mr. Crabulous. We can set you on fire, although it's raining, so that's not the best. Burnt to ashes. We have treasure over here. And we picked up bones from the treasure. So this is a little dicey. Probably a good time to rest. Typically, things won't come out of the woodwork and kill you. Now, the 2 strife shrines are really tempting. I just don't have, like, a lot of power. So let's see if I can find somebody good. And you can see here that Loitel actually used the bow. Once again, if we trade with him. Oh, he says he used ammo. Now, he doesn't need ammo to shoot. It just does bonus damage. So that's worth remembering. And we actually have a pit that takes us further into the tree. Don't ask it to make sense. Okay, this is lightning damage. And we are not going to go over our limit this time. We'll just boomerang the crap out of this guy. Boomerang the crap out of you. The nice thing, once again, is that we have range, and because we have a little bit more physical defense, hopefully this won't be a problem. No. I guess we are doing this the old-fashioned way. Now, one of my comfort things I've done in previous saves is worshipping the god of element. That'll actually let me like use stamina to recover some of my mana. But I don't think I want to do that this playthrough. I think I actually do want to do a god of luck playthrough. But we'll see if that's in the cards, because we're having a lot of enemies kind of creep up on us and try to poke their head around and say hello. Alright, so a little bit of rest. I mean, what's the worst thing if I try the Shrine of Strife here? I mean, I can die or I can run. Okay, so we have suddenly these things. We have one that's easy, one that's formidable, and one that's shiny. So let's see if we can kill the snail. Hopefully this doesn't one-shot me, but yeah, I am not doing my best here. Okay, so these boomerangs do damage. Okay, gotta remember, scrolling with the mouse wheel actually does cause that to do something. Alright, Nerve Bolt. I don't like that you have the high ground, so let's just boomerang. Actually, if I can disengage just a little bit, that'll get them off the high ground. Alright. And you got to remember that our little girl companion is also throwing a boomerang, so we are using the boomerangs just to really make it all happen right here. This guy is not burst damaging me. Actually, there's a book down there too that I missed. And a scroll. Wow, I was not doing a good job in this room. And suddenly, we have a big pile of shit. And a back to practice for this. So, card a public performer. Collect these. That gives you bonus damage. This will increase value to town. We have a corpse of a public performer, which we could cook and become a cannibal if we wanted to. Rod of Deathbolt's actually not the worst. Bag of sugar. Don't really want to eat that straight up unless we want to go full Elmo. I never did learn that. Learn how to make mousse. Also got some ketchup. I guess let's rest and do the second Shrine of Strife. Like, what I'm hoping for is to find some good gear. I did say these things don't usually like pop out to try to kill me, but here we go. Alright, second round. Gnome, annoying. The Yeek is by far the most dangerous. And unfortunately, I didn't read my book of Ice Arrow. Alright. Here we go. And let's just boomerang the shit out of these guys. Ideally, any day now. And that gnome, the annoying thing about him is that he's going to teleport away, but then anytime he feels like he's in danger, because this is a boss monster, it is programmed to crash through the walls. Nemesis from Resident Evil style. I just wanted to shout stars at me. So it's going to do this annoying hit and run dance. And because I don't have too much mana, and I didn't read my Ice Era book, that's what I get for being spoiled and being used to having spell charges. It's an epic fight with blood everywhere. This is why we didn't bring the puppy. And see, we got some more items. Some of the stuff is not identified. We will be able to identify it either with the Scroll of Identify or just anything else. Where's my book? Let's take a moment to read. And I actually recovered from doing that too, which is nice. So some of these things I can definitely just sell. We have marbled meat of gnome, and we gained a level of literacy. All very happy. I think this is a good time just to go downstairs. So boomerangs are powerful. That's the lesson for this episode. I'm bad at this game because I didn't trust in the power of the boomerang. I've really got to remember what horrible 90s movie it was that tried to teach me what the boomerang did. We got more serious music. I'm a little scared. We got yeeks trying to do their thing. Goblins trying to do their thing, but I have the high ground now. That's just how it's going to be. See, I like Ice Era because it doesn't use as much mana. It's a pretty good value proposition for how much mana it uses versus... Oh, I think that's our boss. I don't like you, but I do want to make sure you don't die. Okay. So we're just going to attack here. We could actually auto-combat and try to use spells, but this is just as well the joy of right-clicking. And we have... we have a gangster over here as well. But see, we completed Fame. We completed the area here, so we conquered the Forgotten Forest. Just by the power of the boomerang. Complete a quest. As your fame increases, you will be asked to take on more challenging quests and more dangerous Nefia will appear. By the way, if fame gets too high, you can sell it so that the game doesn't immediately try to kill you. So like I said, it doesn't try to punish you for being too good at the game. Alright, so we have inside this treasure chest so much money. 1 platinum coin. Recipe for a hoe. Specialization book and crossbow, which we don't need because everybody has. Recipe for makeshift bed. Stone necklace, wooden shirt. So you see, we could also try to grab this chest, but I don't think we have the strength to actually get it. We're overweight. We can totally take this chest with us. So that's more storage at home. Do I risk the biscuit and try to go for that? Sure we do. All right, so this is where weightlifting as a skill is very nice. You're going to see me in this playthrough more actually be overweight pretty often because that increases your ability to... what's the word I'm looking for? As you practice carrying more stuff, you'll be able to get better at carrying more stuff. But one of the things that's a little irritating right now, your backpack is squishing you. So apparently I was wrong, and we can't take that with us all the time. Let's go ahead and grab this and set it down for a second. We're hungry as well, which sucks a little bit because I don't really have any food. I mean, I could eat the heart. I could eat the bag of sugar. Let's do it. Oh, I smack my lips. It's so good. Let's eat the ketchup. Now I'm not hungry. Let's bandage. And spacebar to wait. Alright. Let's see if I can get this home with this. So, we're overweight again. I want to be able to take this home with me. I want all the spoils. But my backpack is squishing me and I'm going ouchie. So... it's a little risky to take another step here. Let's try. So 8, 3, and I'm hungry. Let's enter here. Okay. So we're going to set you down. Like I said, we're getting all the spoils. Let's go ahead and rest for a minute. Do I not have natural healing? I'm not starving. but I am hungry. And now we have stupid public performer. All right, it would be really ironic to lose in the 11th hour at the 1 hour mark. So let's just be stupid. Grab this chest. And see if we can get it home. We're still overweight. We're still taking damage every time here. But since we have the chest at home, hopefully we can get it across the bend to the finish line. Because this is 15 items that we can store, which is not a lot, but you know what? It's also a very pretty chest that increases our town value a little bit. Let's go ahead and put our little buddy over here. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Like I said, our early game here, we got a puppy, we got some followers, we got our MVP little girl. We got a lot of equipment that we can actually identify or wander around here. We actually got the boomerang, not just a boomerang. So the game, and it's actually the boomerang doesn't do too much. But we are going to go ahead and give it to little girl. So she has 2 boomerangs now as well. Technically, that is a worse boomerang than her other boomerang, but that's because it's made of grass. So we're actually going to transfer it back to us and sell it. Don't have too much other goodies right now, but I think that's as good of enough place to stop as any. So this is what I'm going to do. I know some of y'all are very much all about having me like play through everything on camera, but I'm going to go ahead and get my food stuff situated a little bit off camera, just so that next time we can go ahead and start working out in the world and saying, you know what, let's go out into a place where we can buy some better food now that we have some cash, potentially buy some better gear, put some of these gold bars to work, potentially getting other followers or other recipes, and more importantly, finding more opportunities to get platinum coins, because right now you actually need chunks of soil. We can totally do that. But yeah, that'll be for another time. This is Asher with Elin. A little bit longer of an episode than I meant, but it's fine. I hope you all enjoyed it. We will do this again soon, but for now, yeah, leave your thoughts in the comments. I'm sure there's definitely stuff I could have done better. Obviously, at the beginning of the game when you're running around with no armor and apparently a cursed grass shirt after all this time. Who knew? So it wasn't just a grass shirt, it was even worse. I'm going to have to get that uncursed. That's unfortunate. But yeah, we will come back here, go strong, and start exploring the world even more and pushing some of this other stuff, because we almost have our hostile creature quest done. That'll give us some more platinum coins. We need to get to the 2nd floor of Nymel, and we may be able to use the power of boomerangs and some other stuff to do that, but I have prattled on long enough. So thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all being here. Thanks for your continued support of the channel all these years, and I will see you next time. Take care.